Welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, where a lot has happened in the last episode. So yeah, we're making our way towards one of the Empire's capitals to break their crystal. And Dion decided to try and kill his little brother and mom because they are evil and corrupt and whatnot. And his brother was Ultima. I believe that Ultima just recently possessed Olivier, which is Dion's brother. And he had acted out and planned for Dion to try and kill him, but he knew that Dion's dad, the king, the emperor himself, would get in the way and get killed instead. And he knew Clive, aka Mythos, was on his way. And I guess Dion just went berserk and just started destroying the whole city. I'm not sure what was up with that. Maybe Ultima had a part in that as well. Maybe he stuck him into Bahamut mode and just made him go crazy. And then Clive came in, and also Joshua. He was there, and they fought together to stop Bahamut, and they fused together and put a stop to him. Bahamut transformed back into Dion, and he threw a spear at Olivier, and then he kind of stopped it with the force field, it seemed like, but then he just kind of dissolved away. And his mother started screaming. I don't think we've seen the last of Olivier. And then, the mom killed herself. The craziest bitch in all of Final Fantasy. Who is a crazier bitch? Clive, Joshua, Olivier's mom. I can't remember her name. She was formerly the Duchess, and then she became the Empress, I guess? It seems like it would make sense to say. Is she a crazier bitch than Brain from Final Fantasy IX? At least Brain has the excuse that the mist got to her and she just went crazy because of that. Anyway. Then we saw a scene of Odin's Bear seeing all these images shown to him by Ultima, and then Ultima turned into his mom. Odin's dominant and his mom were butt-ass naked, and yeah, I think Odin's bear might have mommy issues. Anyway, that was the longest recap I've ever done. Now we're just going back to the hideout here. I still don't know how Klav's mom was able to look the exact same after 18 years. She looked like a day had not passed. But going back to the hideaway. So I think that's all the crystals, the mother crystals, rather, in Storm. But are there more elsewhere? I think so. And we still haven't seen the water dominant. Which I do think is probably Odin's henchman.
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
The power of light. Clive has claimed a portion of Bahamut's essence.
Taya won't be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
Man, I sure have not been collecting stuff for this. I got a lot of stuff to find. That seems like it lasts forever. the fuck? Huh, I did not realize I could do that. But I can't put upheaval into Ifrit? Or the Phoenix, whatever. And I can't put Bahamut spells in either one of these two. Maybe I have to master them before I can do that. Maybe that's what it is. Huh, interesting. Off the record. I was stumbling through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest, and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers? Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
A bad feeling. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
About Blackthorn. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. This is, I reckon, he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jewels lately. And I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Greetings from the Crimson Caravans. I trust you and your party gain the dominion without further event. Should your travels ever bring you back to the markets and put you in need of additional assistance, you will find the Crimson Caravans more than happy to oblige. We might even offer a discount on our usual rates. Cursebreaker Intelligence. Reports from our brothers and sisters afield are all the same. These are cursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but over the hearts of our people. Hearts already heavy from the fall of the Dominion and the destruction of Storm's final mother crystal. For now the realm endures, but with each new flood do our few remaining children descend further into madness. The situation is, as ever, dire. Fresh wings shall find you on the new moon's turning. Until then, our watch continues. May the crystal's curse be broken. Quite the mess. Word out of Twinside is that there's little left of the capital after the Mad Prince's royal tantrum. But what of you and yours? Did you manage an escape before the city went tits up? I trust you did, but a stolus might be good to set Elle's mind at ease.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, all their fancy silks stained red.
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there. I told Nan we flew back on the Phoenix, but she walloped me for telling fibs. Can you tell her it was the truth, Clive?
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps. Clive. I don't claim to know much about Frostwolves, but I expect Tomes does. Claim to, that is.
I hope you're not expecting me to explain these guys. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it were the end of the world.
The whole realm's in chaos.
I've had orders cancelled on me left and right, and that's from the few associates I haven't lost contact with.
As the old saying goes.
There's opportunity in adversity. The market for sharp steel is more bullish than ever. I'll find a way to keep this place fed and watered. Don't you worry. I won't let your little family go hungry, whatever the weather.
Go on then. You'll not find a better price than that.
The last elixir.
Is that all?
You look like you could do with a drink. Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Can you blame them, with the skies as they are?
Sid! Look what the Cursebreakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said they were all the rage in Dalamil. Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What are we having?
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
Eh? A bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang?
Okay. That was something that happened.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive. I was wondering when next you'd visit. I only hope the bones of an elder antelope are alimentary enough for our faithful friend. If not, we may have to set our sights on something larger still. With the darkening skies,
Fear has once again taken hold of our hearts. And though I have not the power to dispel the gloom above, I should like to believe my tales help to lighten it below.
but be that as it may,
Turning our eyes from the problems which face us will not help to solve them. A mere tale cannot lighten the burden of those who must bear the weight of the world.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. I have quite the find for you today. You wish to study the tomes?
So he was just driven mad after accidentally killing his dad. So he is dead? Hmm. I'm still holding on to my theory that Olivier was just straight up possessed by Ultima at some point. I guess he is dead.
You are always welcome, Clive. Good morrow to you, my friend. What subject shall we consider today?
Maybe we'll never know the concrete truth. You know, when Annabella, when she was being a total bitch to Dion, right? I thought about saying something like, "You sure are very confident. I mean, how do you know Dion's just not gonna break here and just whip out his sword and slice it in two?" And in the end, that's kind of what he did. The whole situation just seemed like something Annabella was anticipating. But then it all ended her anyway. Or somebody acting so smug all the time and being a bitch, you know. It really didn't take too much for it to all blow up in her face. He just lost control of his Akon. He killed his dad and he just went crazy for a little bit. I mean, I guess I can buy that, sort of, but I don't know. That seems a little far-fetched. Like, if he was gonna go crazy on anybody, he should have just went crazy on Annabella and Olivier, not the whole city. I mean, he was fucking destroying everything but Annabella and Olivier. I mean, he was right there in front of him. He could have just turned to Bahamut and mega flared them right then and there. But he just fucking left the castle and just started destroying the town. Or the kingdom. know why. I just got an article for Gil now. Well, that took the spot I thought that was going to be given to a water dominant. Fire, water, wind, earth, ice, thunder, light, and dark. I mean, are you telling me there's not a water dominant though? How can that be? I mean, all the other elements have dominants and icons. So there's gotta be a water one. It can still get put somewhere right here.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers. Me, I reckon they built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
I still can't go nowhere.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Ivan's newest dish is...
You've been eating that dish for a long time now.
Once you get over the...
The battle cries of dread one die, in ruin lies less. As shrinks the glim, so spirits dim, unanswered call oppress.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
Aye, all their fancy silks stained red.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. They're not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
It seems the hideaway is lost.
You ever wonder where the hell Karen finds all these treasures of hers? That blade. I've never seen anything like it in all my years as a blacksmith. The edge on that thing. Fuck me. Fretting about us, guys.
Won't help me get my work done. So I'm going to keep my forge and leave saving the world to those better suited to the task.
Unless that is...
The fancy giving me a hand shooting the birds.
St. Fordian, dear.
Mm-hmm.
bad, if I do say so myself.
Man, I don't have shit for that.
And?
Round and round the city clock, the wyvern chased the eagle. The birdie stopped to catch his breath. Down came the eagle.
That was a blatant ripoff of Ring Around the Rosie.
Lady Karen told me that you've begun dealings with the Crimson Caravans. A word of warning. Tighten your purse strings when in Bocklad. There are few shrewder than Eloise in matters of business.
Otto said you were in the Dominion when it fell. You weren't why it fell, were you?
What'll happen to the gardens?
Too many more days of this, and it won't matter how clear our water is or how rich our soil. Without the sun, everything will die.
Get through this heart out. I promise.
Our toil, our sacrifice, will all be for naught if the sun is lost to us.
Alright, I'm gonna end this one here. Until next time.